That young lady killed by a rich kid. That rich kid barely gets a slap on the wrist. So damn sad. Her name, let's put a full picture up. Her name is Monique Munez. The family of a woman who was killed when a rich teenager ran a red light while driving a Lamborghini SUV in Los Angeles. They have reached a settlement in the case. I'm going to get to that settlement in a moment. Let me give you some background. On February 17th, 2021, investigators say Munez was on her way home from work at UCLA Health when she was hit and killed by the teen driver at the intersection of Olympic Boulevard and Overland Avenue. Let's put up a picture of the teen that did this. His name is Brendan Curry. 17 at the time, officials said Curry was speeding at 106 miles per hour at the moment of impact. According to prosecutors, he had been street racing against a female friend and swerving in and out of traffic for several blocks before the crash. That's according to prosecutors. Let me show you the crash scene. Okay, look at that. All right, he killed a person. Prosecutors confirmed the teen's provisional driver's license had been suspended at the time of the crash, not even licensed to drive. They also learned that he had been cited twice for speeding by the Beverly Hills Police Department in 2020, including driving 72 miles per hour on surface streets. Although the fatal crash happened on February 17th, Curry was not charged until April 7th. Relatives of the victim and activists had alleged the charges had not been filed earlier because of the wealth and influence of the teen's father. James Curry, described by Forbes as a multimillionaire who owned several real estate firms, manufacturing companies, and an e-commerce business. Before the deadly crash, Curry and his father often posted on social media platforms about their involvement in illegal speed exhibitions, often with each other. You see them there. It says, "My son and I hanging out, cruising the hills. Everyone knows whose car is faster." Now, let me highlight a few elements so far. You have a young lady, a hardworking young lady who is now dead. You have a privileged child, a privileged teenager who has been enabled, empowered, and protected by his family. These bad habits, these corrupt ways permeated to the culture of the next generation, being this teenage killer. He's allowed to drive, not even having a damn license. Driving high-powered vehicles that I'm sure he probably could not get insurance for by himself. There's more. What was the punishment? All right, somebody's dead, he's negligent. It is criminal. There's an impact to society, which means you need to now pay a penalty, a debt you owe, right? That's how this works. It's America. He was then placed on house arrest after admitting the petition for vehicular homicide. Yeah, I did it. All right, he did it, put him on house arrest. The Los Angeles County Superior Court judge, Sabina Helton, ordered him confined to his mother's home. Better show him, young man, you go home. You need to think about what you've done here. Where he wore an ankle monitor. Last September, Curry was sentenced to 9 months in juvenile detention with 4 years of probation. They did have the option to charge him as an adult. They chose not to. The Munez family attorney, Daniel Gitsky, after the 18.85 million settlement was reached, and said in a statement, and I quote, "The family faced numerous hurdles from both private insurance companies and the LA District Attorney's Office and experienced the harsh realities of racism and bias against those from underserved communities. The family pleaded for the DA to investigate this case and met with the office dozens of times to advocate for their family. It was never about money for this family, for the Munez family. It was about the acknowledgement of Brendan Curie's misconduct that resulted in the death of their only daughter, to ensure that he was held accountable. Let's put up her picture again. Hardworking, lawful, full of potential, enormous talent, killed by this guy. Put up his picture. Okay. The criminal justice system does not need to be fixed. It needs to be broken. It's working exactly as it was designed to work for people like him and not people like her. Jordan, thoughts on this case?
I think that's it exactly. This is a family whose wealth and influence allowed them to continue living their lives unfazed, as a family mourns the loss of someone who did nothing wrong. I was curious what this dad did. Like, what was his job to put him in a position to buy his kid a Lamborghini SUV at 17? So I looked him up, and among other things, like you listed, he's in a bunch of different industries. And as the picture indicates, he's in the resale market for Pokemon Magic the Gathering cards, which I was like very kind of surprised by. But I was, as I was doing that, I went to his Instagram. And you would be appalled if you just looked at this dad's Instagram. Just continue living his life as if nothing happened. Still posting pictures with his son, showcasing flashy cars. He was at the World Series, expensive dinners. It doesn't even seem like this judgment made much of a difference, or the settlement made much of a difference. And again, like, the kid is obviously in the wrong here, but I think the dad is extremely guilty too. Like, why? Like, is house arrest even a punishment when the kid was driving without a license? They're already not doing their job as parents. So it just doesn't seem like they're gonna learn their lesson.
You know, this is so ironic, and you make a very compelling point. You know, I know people that have been pulled over just for not having a license, and they got a year in jail. They went to jail for 1 year for driving on a suspended license, okay? So also, you know, some parents go to jail when their child picks up a gun and injures or kills somebody. We've seen that happen recently, where the parents will be charged. Well, why aren't the parents charged when they illegally take a car and go kill somebody? Why? That needs to be a thing, especially when you have furnished the vehicle as a parent, especially when you have given them permission to use the vehicle as a parent, especially when you are the catalyst for the crime that took place, okay?